do, YouTube? It's Real Wrestling, episode 24. We back again. Yeah, we'll just get right into it. My name is Diakis.
It's the concept.
Whitey.
Oh, hell.
Real X Dog is bad.
How about that? I guess that's everybody.
I'm AYT. What's up, y'all?
We'll go ahead and start this off with talk about Impact. I guess we'll return to this wretched show. They just seem to be doing better for themselves, even though they're pretty much on their last legs. But anybody have any opinions on that?
I see that the TNA supporters want to come out the woodworks now that they know it's finally going away.
One butt niggas you need to
They're
show
going
up.
well, they're in New York, so
I mean,
you know the old saying: if you make it in New York, you make it anywhere.
they got like
It's up
one.
to you,
They've
nigga.
been getting like one, like low ones for over 2 years now, and now that they say it's going to get canceled, people want to watch it. Like, where were you at?
Well, I don't blame them because some of that shit was just unwatchable, man.
They were
Yeah.
1 full month, well, probably longer than that, of straight trash. That shit was straight trash. And I would never watch again.
When you know
Because of that trash.
when you know your company is about to go under, you're gonna get desperate, and you do desperate things. Remember the Monday Night War? Monday Night War didn't kick off real till WWE fell behind.
I don't call hiring Vince Russo as a desperate thing. I call that a death wish.
I thought it was so funny they hired him under the table, like, don't tell anybody we hired Vince Russo, dog. And then Mike still found out, and they were like, we told you motherfuckers not to hire Vince Russo. Why is he back? And TNA, of course, they're like, we're still negotiating, right?
I read a report about that. They say officials are denying they fired him because of Spike. They're saying they fired him because he was doing things detrimental, like he had dinner with Daphne, who was still in the process of suing TNA, and he appeared on Jim Ross's podcast. What that means, if you read behind the lines, is they would have kept him if he hadn't done any of that.
Wait, his writing's not detrimental?
Not according to TNA.
I mean, if you have a safety net for anybody, I mean that's why some of the storylines, not to switch subjects, but that's how some of the storylines in WWE don't get through. You have to have a safety net. Just saying.
Yeah.
The higher ups have to approve this shit.
Well, even sometimes, even the rest of the writing team has to say no. I mean, remember the oldest stories of Vince wanting to have an incest angle with Stephanie.
Then they gonna go to New York and they just gonna put on the awesome shows. What they have been,
Yeah.
I still haven't watched
I
because
ain't watching
too
it.
late.
I
They too
watched a
late.
bit of it.
It's
But-
desperation.
Yeah. And like, if they would have been doing this the whole fucking time, man, Spike would have never not wanted to renew.
Yeah.
Hell, Spike would have renewed.
Yeah.
Now they probably watching this shit like, really? That's how they figure out Russo would do. They're like, wait a minute. This shit look too familiar.
Like,
I remember we said it. We were like, man, is Russo still there? We looking at this shit, and the first thing that come to our mind is Russo ran this shit.
Yeah, the Dixie through the table thing was Russo.
and then the concept known as Nobody at the time. He was talking about, nah, man, Russo's no longer with the company. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, that's how we looked at it.
But
Alright,
the nigga was still with the company, dog, and he was still fucking shit up. Man.
I know, but I mean, I didn't know at the time because I should have saw it. Though.
Aces and Eights had to be a fucking Russo thing, though, man.
It was. That's why
It looked more of Eric Bischoff than Russo.
It was funny as hell when it first began, because I didn't expect that shit. Then Bully Ray made that storyline gold. Even though it was long and drawn out for 9 months. In 9 months, they still couldn't explain why the bitch got pregnant or whatever.
Who got pregnant?
TNA?
Yeah, now
With
they
stupidity?
Now they trying to move to Wednesdays.
Now they're trying to have that aborted.
What? They're thinking about not doing that.
The only reason why they're trying to move to Wednesday is because WWE
ain't no
was
trying.
threatening to say we're gonna move the SmackDown to
SmackDown
Thursday.
to Thursday,
You can
yeah.
say no trying.
No.
This is a Tuesday as we recording it. Tomorrow they will be on
Yeah,
like
hold on.
TV.
It ain't WWE. You not forget WWE. Neither one did compete with the NFL on Thursday.
Which is why they should have been moved on Thursday.
Yeah.
And I don't know why WWE moved to Thursday.
Because Wednesday ain't got nothing on TV.
Talking about WWE big on Thursday.
I think it was.
No, but they said
It wasn't confirmed, but they leaked it.
All they
Oh,
had
it's
was
happening.
Oh,
Yeah,
they
you're
have
right.
to
My
pick
bad.
that truck.
My bad.
dumb
dog.
ass moved to WWE.
Yeah, that's done.
They leaked that they might
Friday ain't
do
no
it.
better.
And TNA took
They
it
don't
as
look
they
up
will
on
do
Friday.
it.
Yeah,
Because
but
they
they
might
weren't
do
getting
it.
nothing on
Everybody's
Friday. Like,
It's Friday. Everybody be clubbing.
people do
But
not watch
I,
SmackDown.
someone
Okay.
posted that article on the group. I read it. Basically, there was a quote-unquote leak from WWE sources that they going to maybe move SmackDown
Yeah, because
Thursday.
they saw one of the damn trucks and
I'm about to say
it was
the-
painted.
Yeah, I'm about to
Thursdays
say it's on the truck.
8 7 Central.
And I think
It's
Vince
gonna
McMahon,
happen.
being the businessman that he is, was using that as a ploy to get TNA to do what the fuck they're doing now. Panic, despair, die.
I mean, you can see if you look at it from another
At least
angle, she's
10
going for the jugular pretty much.
At least TNA actually moved to a smart day. There's nothing happening on Wednesday.
Yeah,
Nothing.
nothing happens
Yeah.
on Wednesday.
Although it would have been funny to see Impact
Nah,
versus
I ain't
SmackDown, because then Vince McMahon would have probably put the
You want-
final nail in the
You
coffin.
want
Yeah.
a repeat of 2000? Was it 6?
Wednesday would be fine now till NBA season starts.
See, you have Thursday for WWE SmackDown, TNA Impact, and whatever NFL games
NFL.
on. Your wrestling fans gonna be split all over the place.
And trust me, among the imprint wrestling crowd, they're going to choose WWE over
Yeah,
TNA.
I think WWE won't be that bad off only because kids watch their show and kids don't watch football.
You want to talk about Dixie? Them milking Dixie Carter. That's a bad term. Going to a table.
You mean
It worked.
You mean
Yeah, it
International Toss Your Boss
It
Day?
was stupid as hell, but it worked.
It was funny as hell.
Oh,
Yeah.
it was funny too.
The contest was even dumber. Like, send in something, and like send us your footage of why you hate your boss. I want to put them through a table. I'm like, you just want people to get fired, don't
They
you?
basically try to reach back to like the whole attitude there with Stone Cold and Vince. You hate your boss. You want to see your boss get put through a table, so everybody hated Vince because he represented their boss.
But I
And
mean,
Stone Cold represented what they wanted.
even though it was stupid that they spoiled it, it's a good thing they did it to finally write Dixie off. We hope. She'll probably-
And she will be back. Is it this Wednesday?
And you
She's
know
gonna do a
what?
sit down interview.
Do y'all know that was the most advertising they ever done for Impact? Period. Was for
For
that.
anything TNA.
Yeah.
Period.
Like, that's the most they ever advertised was put your boss to the table. And then, you know how the ratings went up? I didn't they only go up like 30,000?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oddly enough,
Still
that sounds like they
The
stole that from
30,000
a.
fans they lost came back just to see Dixie get
Yeah,
put
sounds
through
like
a
they
table, but then they tuned right back out.
They
That's what
did
they show
that.
anyway.
They did that on purpose, and it sounds like a South Park skit. That's what the fuck it sounds like.
Put your boss to the table.
Yes, and they advertised it more than anything. Remember the episode where they talked shit was gonna be sent on TV, and they advertised it more than anything? That's what
I
they did.
remember that.
And then
They
it's like,
advertised
oh,
it
by the
more
way,
than
you got
What,
some
what else
shit
happened on
your-
the Impact?
Is there anything else to talk about on Impact? I mean,
The-
the only thing I can really talk about,
Was
like,
Wolf
Lashley's still dominant. I mean, everybody that gets hit by a Lashley spear is mandatory. You gotta do a backflip. They got, he's gotta be, what do you call it? Chalk Lesnar?
Yeah, Chuck Lesnar.
Chalk
How
Lesnar.
did you just spin it flipping? He just
Uh,
bursting past him and that clip.
No. He just pretty much. It's
It's a
like
sell.
you just time it. You time it just right. You can do it. He'll hit you, and your momentum. His momentum will make you backflip.
Okay.
Eric
if
Young
you're-
does it all the time. Austin Aries does it beautifully. It's
And if
great.
Dolph Ziggler were there, he would implode.
But I hadn't seen it and stuff. But all I know is that they had some pretty good tag
The
matches.
tag
lately.
matches are amazing.
I mean, the Wolves versus Jeff Hardy. That's a match of the
Wolves
year.
versus the Hardys.
Mo-
Yeah.
That's a match of the year contender straight off. Like, and then they had the Hardys versus the Dudley Boys, another good match. Even though they had a minor gripe with the finisher situation.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Spot.
they made the Swanton. They made the Twist of Fate Swanton combo look weaker than the 3D.
Yeah,
You know-
because Devon kicked out of it.
Yeah, because he kicked out of it. Yet a couple of seconds later, they 3D'd him, and then that was enough.
George
I
Taylor?
said no. It was just
No,
a
there's a regular 3D, and it
And
was
that was
over.
it. I was like,
It sounds like TNA how when they had Chris Sabin kick out of 3D
you
that nobody ever kicked out of.
know.
But they had Chris Sabin who just supposed to be the superstar just kick out of it. I'm like,
Man,
Oh, but
all
don't
this
forget
sounds-
that Team 3D's going in the Hall of Fame this year.
Man,
Well-
There's
And
only
Bound
one-
for
there's
Glory.
only
Half
one
of 'em.
problem with that.
yeah, half of them's gonna.
Yeah, that's the problem. Where's Bully Ray at?
Yeah, Bully Ray, man.
That is
Bully Ray's
a
done.
That man said, "I'm jumping off this ship. I can't swim."
Well, something WWE needs to milk for TNA is actually do a tag team division. It's just the Usos and Wyatts right now.
Yeah,
don't-
and they're
TNA
trying.
ain't got
And
no
they're
damn division.
But they actually build up tag
And they're
teams.
trying- that's the only thing they can do.
There's only
three
three. There's only three. I don't even count the bromance.
There's only three teams. There's only three
Those guys are
teams.
garbage.
They
We
brought
got
back the
three
Hardys
I mean,
and the Deadly
okay.
just to compete with the Wolves.
You won't even have a tag team anymore. I mean, Matt's contract is going to be up.
Yeah.
Billy Ray's gone from the fucking company. And Dave Richards is fucking out with a fucking broken leg.
There is no tag team.
There's no tag team
There
left.
ain't even no tag team.
There's no tag team left.
The imprint needs to add, what do they do? Put the tag team back together.
Or they can start they should start doing the Teddy Long approach to tag teams.
No.
Just start throwing two motherfuckers
mean-
together.
It worked with beer money.
I mean, I don't know.
Work with Miz and Morrison.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, man.
Sonata and freaking James Storm look like they'll be a decent tag team, though.
Yeah.
If they get that storyline off the ground, it look like it'll be a decent tag team. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
I'm
if
just
James
throwing that out
Storm
there.
stop beating the shit out of him.
Yeah.
It looked like he said something about starting a revolution, so I don't know what the fuck that's about.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not.
And
even
what's
watching.
I got one more point to make about TNA before we get off this shit. What the fuck is up with TNA still signing this fucking talent, even though they're about to go under?
I don't think
know.
they're actually about to go under. I think up here just TMZ reported junk first and everybody riding on it and like, something else going on behind the
But
scenes.
TMZ
I mean, they
actually
not-
reported
go ahead.
that.
Yeah, they actually reported that first. Spike canceled the contract. They reported it first.
Why was TMZ even paying attention to that?
Because
They love jumping out first on the story.
Yeah, man.
No matter how inaccurate or short-sighted it is.
or
We
irrelevant.
must be first.
Yeah, they jumped the gun on it.
But they jumped the gun on a whole bunch of other
It's
stuff.
unbelievable though. It just sounds true.
I'm ready to wait for October to see like they just ain't gonna be keep signing talent. They think they're gonna go under.
Thing is, Whitey brought up a really good point. What was it, a couple of weeks ago? Like right before we started the Wrestling Jeff, which will be out soon. But he said something about they'll probably re-sign them, but they'll have to take less money.
That would
Yeah.
probably be the terrible thing. Or they're going to be like, okay, we're going to keep you, but we're not going to pay for your Kurt Angles or your Jeff Hardys or old Sting's gone, but you know, those kind of guys, we're not going to pay for them anymore. Because that was their most expensive salaries. Because
Yeah.
Sting was making he was making at least 5 figures. Kurt Angle's making 5 figures. That's hundreds of grand, by the way.
Then why do these idiots want to sign Alberto Del Rio? Are they out of their mind?
Because they're falling back into old terrible habits of, oh, WWE just got released. We gotta have them.
Yeah, we gotta make them immediately TNA champion. Are they?
These are TNA cutting out these old guys. Maybe they actually start pushing some young guys.
Well,
I mean,
you
when
saw-
they cut all the older
You
ones.
saw what happened to damn Magnus. They made him paper as hell. He's more paper than a fucking Dixie cup.
Yeah, I don't know what
Shit.
the hell they're doing.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just Magnus.
Hey, they stuck on Brown. That's a tag team. How about Brandon Madden?
Ooh.
Yeah, Brandon Magnus. That's one of that's another thing.
But there's one oh yeah, they did. I did hear one more story. I don't know if it's true or not, but Spike said they're gonna keep them around until they can find a new home, if that's what they want to do.
Yeah.
So that's nice of them to do that. But if that was me, I would have left them under the bus.
You know, it'd be funny if they never find another home and they just
say, fuck it.
backdoored their way
Well, you
back.
think Spike?
Backdoored their way back in.
You think Spike will even bother doing it? They will do that, but they gave him a
go back.
time
They
table.
could go back to Fox Sports.
They would
They
give
don't
him
know.
a time.
Fox Sports said we ain't interested.
Hell no, they got the UFC. Why the fuck they want
No,
them?
I said Channel 37, like it used to be, not Fox Sports 1, Fox
Yeah,
Sports.
Just in
they
the same
said
way.
we're not interested.
Oh, wow. Well, then. Screw y'all, team.
Well, they
All
don't-
right, let's go to
Hey,
WWE.
they
wait.
didn't even want WWE, so I mean, it's not that terrible a sign.
Really, what Spike is going to gain anyway? Like, get real. You're just going to watch the same damn replays of Cops, the same damn replays of old movies,
Hell yeah.
horrible video game, all
Bar
journalism, bar rescue, that tattoo crap. So it's going to be the same crappy show just minus TNA.
Yeah.
You might
Spike
well
TV,
keep them.
Spike TV is a cesspool for it's a cesspool of television. They don't show shit. And the new stuff they always cancel after 2 seasons, except 1,000 Ways to Die.
Alright.
And on that note, we'll go to WWE. What y'all want to talk about? SummerSlam?
Of course.
Or you want to talk about plugging the network?
$9.99.
No, we got to
No,
talk
we
about something.
can't.
Fucking the network. Now, how about we just talk about how terrible the fucking network is? How the fuck y'all gonna show us these matches? Have
you.
buffering? How the fuck you gonna have commercial 1 minute into the motherfucking preview match? How the fuck you gonna do that mess? How?
Preach.
Trust me,
Did I read that article?
Yeah, a lot of
X-Dog
people did.
posted. How the fuck you gonna tell the fans restart your thing, unplug this? It's your fucking fault for not having the right technology
Thank
to make
you.
this shit work.
I mean,
Fuck
Now,
wrong
to
with y'all?
defend the WWE,
Defend
they
them.
just went global, so they got more servers now.
Do you see this thing we call Xbox? You heard
And they
Microsoft.
have the
Damn
same fucking
close.
problem. They
Damn
have the same fucking
But
problem.
do you hear them? Do you hear them say, "Hey fans, it's y'all fault"? Nah,
Hey, thanks to
they
Microsoft,
go-
I can't even watch that
they
shit
go-
on the Xbox
they
One. So, okay.
But they will go fix the problem.
Hey, go ahead.
At
There's a
least
problem
they
with what you
they
said.
will go fix the problem.
There's a problem. Them going global, all the other countries are on their own servers. They don't affect the U.S. servers. That's WWE problem
Yeah.
with our servers
And-
horrible.
And a bunch of people said they didn't have a problem.
We
A lot,
sure
of
did.
people, a lot of people did say they had problems.
Maybe
It's a
because-
50-50 thing.
maybe because we're on the same side of the state of Stanford.
Maybe because we're in Georgia and them motherfuckers that weren't complaining we're in Texas.
But a lot of people was talking about they were threatening to cancel subscriptions because of that, and SummerSlam too, because Brock Lesnar lost a lot of subscriptions, though.
Speaking of
No,
plugging the
no,
network.
Yeah, he did.
Speaking of
That's
plugging
what
the
not
network.
from what I
Hold on,
read.
hold on. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Plugging the network. We kick off SummerSlam with their Immortal Hulk Hogan. Come out, they're like, oh, he gonna do something, talk about the main event. He plugged the damn network. Y'all paraded Hulk Hogan out here to promote the damn network.
Yeah,
That we were watching SummerSlam on.
I guarantee you, he lost.
We
the
just got off
subscribers,
of a commercial break into the intro. We did okay. So if it happened, we lead commercial intro, Hogan commercial for the network.
Listen here, brother. You should get the
Yeah,
WWE Network, brother.
and thanks
It's
to-
only
And
$9.99,
thanks to
brother.
them damn commercials and all
That's how many
that
back surgeries I had.
waste of time. Paige and AJ only got 5 fucking minutes.
That,
Yeah,
that,
that
pissed
was-
me
yeah.
off.
5 fucking
Hey,
minutes.
5 fucking action-packed minutes.
Well,
Yeah,
Eric
I give
Bischoff
you that. They did a good ass job for 5 minutes. But
Yeah,
shit, it
5
was fucking 5 minutes on
Five
pay-per-view.
for 5 fucking minutes.
Hey, Eric
It
Bischoff
looked
only
damn
promised
sure
us
looked like
3
they were
minutes.
trying to fuck on there.
You did.
Hey,
Jesus Christ.
go ham. Eric Bischoff only promised us 3 minutes though. We got 5.
Oh, God. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and get on with some.
I missed it. I could say Brandon.
RVD had a singles match against Cesaro. We thought it was gonna be his last appearance, but nobody really cared about Cesaro losing.
If they ain't see the
Well, I did because they're burying him, but other than that,
Man, Cesaro damn good.
I think the word Barry gets thrown around a little too
no,
much.
he's halfway down the hole right now. They're 3 feet in right
He
now.
definitely good.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
you
God.
got, he
He
got
gonna-
buried, but you got to have a chance to even get buried. They didn't really give him a
Let's
chance.
be real.
The
Cesaro
writer,
will
man.
get a push. He
Yeah,
will
next
become a
year.
main. I don't know if he's gonna become main eventer, but he'll be a big
He's
time
too
player.
good not to be.
Yeah.
You said that about Drew McIntyre.
And
I'm
before
about
we
to say,
recorded.
there was a lot of people who were too good.
And then we finally had the
Kofi
Miz.
Kingston too good.
Then
not
we
to
can
be.
get to the Miz match. The Miz finally lost. I don't know what. I know
That was a good match.
our plan on expanding on what happens during the match is, but I really can't tell you what the future's gonna be with Ziggler and Miz because they haven't planned that far and I hadn't looked that far, so I don't even know what's gonna come of
I
this.
don't know right now. I like it. The Miz game. First of all, I'm glad he is not. I'm glad he's becoming more delusional about how great he is. Because some of the pros would be funny.
Yeah.
This man. Well, actually, his SummerSlam promo go ham said was great.
Oh, it was. I love that damn promo.
Nah, I'm not sure what the Piccolo outfit coming out the ring in.
I
Because
love-
Johnny Cage, now he's Piccolo.
I love the SmackDown before where he was interviewing Roman Reigns and Roman Reigns. That one punch
Hey,
just.
hey, that's my why he became delusional. Superman punched Dr. Silver.
But it was
Superman
Yeah.
punched him. He just straight.
His career was almost over, man. That was the money maker. It was almost done, just like that. Because
But-
Roman Reigns want to be petty.
but it was
Hashtag
Because he
JBL
can't
logic.
because he can't get no movie roles like the Miz.
But-
But he ain't no 8-star like the Miz.
Oh, my God.
but it was
Straight to DVD.
the
Roman
Ziggler
Reigns can't get. Oh, yeah.
the Ziggler Miz match was good. They had a little sequence. Famous at first, Miz landed on his knees to bounce up.
Yeah.
Then he hit a half Nelson version of the Skull Crusher finale. He got a 2 count. Then a little more back and forth, and Ziggler hopped up and gave him the zigzag to win the match. That was my surprise because I picked the Miz to retain. Because I mean,
Dolph. I thought I was gonna lose that one for sure.
I wanted Dolph to win, but I thought the Miz would retain
I thought
because
Miz
he just won it.
See,
I
I
think
picked
Miz gonna
who
retire after he
I
hit
picked who
that.
I wanted that night because I
No.
didn't give a fuck about that pay-per-view,
No.
honestly. Because they let me down with some of the matches they announced.
Sure as hell didn't give a fuck about that match.
But that match,
What's
I
the
thought
fucking point?
the Miz gonna retain after the. That was an interesting counter to that famous.
Yeah, well, first time I ever seen that.
Yeah, but I like the whole match in general.
I like the match. If I could rate it, I'd give it.
I give it
3 out of 5.
I give it 6.
I give it a 7 just because it was a good show starter and Dolph won. So.
You know, the only reason I give it a 6 because that match they had on Raw when Dolph beat him the first time was better than me.
3.5 piece.
But I give 3 out of 5. It was a good match. Paige and AJ had a match after that.
5 all day.
Paige, it was Paige's birthday.
Just because it was.
If I would have known that, I would have picked.
Yeah, I was like,
no, I still would have picked Paige. I still
Yes,
would have
once
AJ.
again. Yes,
but if we did, but if
fuck the rest of y'all.
I shouldn't have been as surprised though because AJ wants to get knocked up apparently, according to people.
Well, I ain't know that.
Remember the rumor before she came back that she was gonna have a kid, and then she came back.
The rumor was that she was she was knocked up.
And the greatest line ever. AJ is back and she's not knocked up.
But as Diakis put it, it was an action-packed 5 minutes for a Divas match.
It was.
Probably the most action-packed 5 minutes since Kozlov faced. Who's that guy with Festus? Kozlov versus Festus. That was probably the most action-packed minutes since then.
I love the finish how AJ had in the Black Widow and Paige reversed it into
she
called the Rampage.
The Rampage DDT.
Yeah, that was a good.
And that's how that match should have ended. Because when she connected, AJ shouldn't have moved.
And like I said, I would like to expand on this too, but I have no idea who's gonna be pushed because they didn't push any other divas other than
they only booked up.
I mean,
Naomi.
So stupid. So come on, right? Let's get it together. All right.
It's so obvious they're gonna do Paige again and not the champion.
Yeah, I know.
Nobody knows the outcome.
Yeah, nope.
I would say Paige, but.
I think she would retain.
I think Paige will retain. I don't think they're gonna let them go back and forth with that belt.
If the rumor is true, AJ wants to start a family and get knocked up, then Paige has to win. And then they push Naomi.
Natalya should be the one getting pushed. I like Naomi and all, but come on now.
Natalya's been pushed already though.
But they just killed her. She's not doing that right now though.
She had a run with the championship.
She helping
They figured she was born.
Well, she didn't do shit with it because she at the time had no competition.
And now she has competition. They're not doing shit with her.
Because she helping out. She helping out down in NXT, man.
Charlotte don't need more help. Call her up.
Help the young buck.
I mean, Triple H called her up.
Why do they had the Hart family down there? Ain't Tyson Kidd still down there too?
Yeah, they used to elevate the NXT talent.
Yeah.
Let them do the
which is working.
You put some veterans in with the young guys and let them work with each other.
It's interesting that it's the same family. That's what it was to me.
It's easier for them. They're married. Let them be down there in Orlando together.
Then
can't complain about that.
Then the next match, Rusev beat that disappointment Jack Swagger in the flag match. In a flag match that wasn't even a flag match. The writers didn't even know what the fuck they wanted.
Flag match.
Let me say something before we start this.
On
WWE.com, they put up the rules to the match. A flag match is the first person to retrieve their flag from the pole is the winner of a flag match. 2 days later, they took that shit down.
Actually, the rules back in there were different. The flag match is you grab the opposing flag.
Yeah, that's what I meant. My bad.
But now, I mean, WWE, I think they changed it on purpose so Jack Swagger could lose because he took a knock at Total Divas. And so...
He said something about Total Divas.
Yeah, like they asked him a question. He said, "What are your thoughts about Total Divas?" And he's like, "They're about the stars being on Total Divas." He's like, "There are stars on there. There's stars on there."
I don't think that was. Rusev grabbing a flag doesn't say shit. Yeah. Rusev making Jack Swagger pass out means something more.
Yeah, but the thing is,
they're pushing Rusev. I don't like it, but they're doing it.
They're doing it wrong. If they're gonna do that, have 3 matches.
Push a real American.
He could have put him in the accolade, knocked out Jack Swagger, and him calmly walk over and grab the American flag and just break that bitch over Jack Swagger's back.
But no,
so he's still good. Not the with the accolade.
But they're doing it wrong. If they need to have a three match series. And Jack Swagger should have won this match. If you're gonna push Rusev, he's gonna beat Mark Henry. That's enough.
Mark Henry will put him over more so than Swagger beating him.
Jack Swagger could have won the match.
No, really?
He should have won the match.
He could have. He didn't have to win. Now to give that big SummerSlam moment to Jack Swagger. Yeah, but they're not doing shit with Jack Swagger, so he don't get shit. We give it to Rusev, the person we actually pushing. Man, Jack Swagger was there to get Rusev over.
But you delayed that by 1 month. You let Rusev get that night champion.
I still
That leads in the feud. That leads the feud. That leads the feud in the, with Mark Henry.
Or
was once
No,
Rusev is done with him.
Too long.
or go
Once Mark Henry and Rusev is done, that leads into Royal Rumble and WrestleMania season.
Exactly, too long.
or
Right, make your point.
or at Night of Champions, Rusev can go after the U.S. title. I mean, has Sheamus defended that bitch lately? No.
Well, he will.
Do you really want to see Sheamus and
Rusev
Rusev in the feud?
He
right
has
now?
to because of the rules.
Well, I mean,
but
It's something new.
it gives Rusev something to do. I mean, since he's moving
But-
on from Swagger, he needs to be doing
'Cause
something.
I forgot. I didn't think they were actually gonna mention Mark Henry and his stuff in the Olympics. So like, Mark Henry's the perfect punk. I never thought about it.
But there's one problem. Look at Mark Henry's skin color,
Really?
and then look at Rusev. What has Rusev been doing?
if you're gonna make Rusev a beast, Rusev had to beat a number opponent. He can't spend 6 months on Jack Swagger and Mark Henry.
Wait, why is that 6 months?
No, because if he goes into a feud with Mark Henry, like when he plays Mark
3
Henry,
months.
how long y'all think he should last on Mark Henry?
If
It can't be no one and done.
If Jack
It
Swagger,
should be.
because I said Jack Swagger is Night of Champions, how many pay-per-views on
That-
Royal
that-
Rumble?
that-
That's 3, ain't
That
it?
would have made 3.
So that means he'll be feud with Mark Henry for 3 months.
Okay, that's 2 opponents in 6 months.
That's bad.
He can't beat 2 opponents in 6 months
still,
and punish
the basis of me saying Jack Swagger should have won is it made the whole feud. I understand what they did with the push with trying to get Rusev over, but that's fine. They accomplished that. The feud, however, was a complete and total failure. That was one of the most worthless feuds in WWE history.
To you.
I disagree with that.
I
Put
disagree.
over was
I
great.
disagree.
Yeah, the put over was fine, but the feud was pointless. It was pointless. Like America should have come out on top. If
Because we live in America.
yeah,
we
exactly.
Think that,
There you go.
Because we think that.
There you go.
We-
There you go.
And the feud with Rusev actually
No, but-
got Jack Swagger over with We the People.
Yeah,
He got
exactly.
Rusev over, but like, okay, even he did lose, even him losing SummerSlam, they buried him later on.
And Swagger got over, and then what happened on Monday? He loses Cesaro, and there goes the writers, right?
Well, of course, we seen it coming.
And yeah, and here goes the writers writing themselves into another hole because they
And-
suck.
You gotta give him props for
Just
making
go
Jack
down to
Swagger
the-
look strong
Actually,
in
you
the
can
first place.
justify it because hey, Coulter wasn't there to coach him.
And so I feel like JBL. I'm
Coulter got
disappointed
kicked
in you,
in the
I'm
Jack.
also
Coulter got
disappointed in
disappointed.
Jack.
Coulter's gone.
Disappointed. You're a real American. You let Zeb get kicked in the face. Disappointment. The next
so
match,
disappointed in
Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose had a hell of a lumberjack match. Probably the best lumberjack match ever.
To me, the match of the night.
It was crazy.
It was
crazy.
match of the night.
And it was crazy. They was just fighting everywhere.
Although those lumberjacks did a
And the-
shitty job
and-
being
No,
Yeah,
worst
and-
lumberjacks
No,
ever.
Yeah.
those lumberjacks, no. Those the best lumberjacks ever. They went above and beyond their job.
Hey, because Kane yelled at them, they was watching. They were watching these guys fight in the crowd.
They were trying to do their job. They kept trying to put them back in the ring, and they kept fighting the lumberjacks.
But then
And eventually,
the
Seth Rollins kept diving out the ring. Dean Ambrose diving onto the lumberjacks. What can they do?
They can't let two small people beat up all the lumberjacks when 2 on with the Wyatt family.
Hey, it's the hate.
Dion, you remember that one part where he ran across all 3 announcers and took out Kofi, Bo, and Seth?
I'm like, what was the fucking point of that, man?
It's just a hatred.
And then he tossed Bo and Kofi back over the barricade and went to beat them.
You can't stop a crazy motherfucker like that.
Oh my goodness, that
Oh man, that match was
Lumberjack
wild.
did justify themselves when they went and got him.
Yeah.
That shouldn't have happened.
Kane had to come down the ring like, man, hold on, y'all doing a horrible job right
Yeah.
now.
And
Y'all
then-
make me look bad.
And then they all hopped in the ring towards the end of the match. Just started beating
That
them.
was
And then went exactly how I thought it would
It's Seth
go.
Rollins
Exactly
grabbed the
how all
briefcase.
lumberjack matches
Yeah,
go.
and then Seth Rollins got the briefcase.
Like a big brawl, and then the heel come in from the end, knock him out while the ref
But
ain't
don't
looking.
forget, the heel got beat with his own move.
Even though-
till
Yeah.
corporate
You
Kane
know, my
came in.
question,
kinda
my
fucked
question
up
is:
thing.
isn't there a count out in the lumberjack match?
No.
And if that's the case, then why did Seth Rollins have to wait for the ref to be turned around to hit him with the briefcase? Isn't it no
Because
DQ
they're
as
still
well?
DQ.
That's
Yeah,
still
yeah, still
DQ.
DQ.
They always normally ring the bell when the brawl break out.
I know, but I mean, it's just a little shady with the way they treat these lumberjack matches. Going back to Kane versus Batista on an episode of Raw, they one of the people came and interfered in front of the ref, and no bell was rung. So I'm like, come on, show some consistency. Show some consistency, like. But man, Seth Rollins got hit with his own finisher, and Dean Ambrose did it with force, dog. He
did that shit flawlessly.
Oh yeah.
He stole his finisher.
Flawless finish.
Man,
See, that's what reminded me that match reminded me a little bit of the Attitude Era, especially with the finisher stealing. I missed that from the Attitude Era. Like, people stole each other's finishers all the goddamn time.
Sometimes that result wasn't pretty. Like
the next match was Bray Wyatt versus Jericho.
Still
and
funny.
That was
my second favorite match.
That was a pretty good match. And
your second favorite match of the night was Bray Wyatt and Jericho.
Yep.
No, I'm just asking because I hated this damn match.
I was okay with
Bray Wyatt.
I was okay with it.
I liked the ending, but that was it.
Because it was good storyline continuation. And now,
but the
Jericho,
story has sucked.
Hey,
I know, but because they hadn't talked enough. They don't talk
enough. Crab, spider walk, whatever. Jericho did not invent that.
Yeah, he said it was the creepiest thing he ever. He said it was the creepiest thing he ever seen.
Yeah, what is that? Bray Wyatt yet? I'm already dead.
Man, now you play something that ain't already
There's
done.
no denying Bray's gold. I just didn't like this feud. These two just don't work to me.
It's because they don't give him mic time. They need to have face-to-face promos. That's what I was expecting to come from this feud. Promos.
Yeah, not just Bray Wyatt beating down Jericho.
Yeah, and that's what he does.
He
beats you down.
He cut promos first. He cut a good promo, let you know what's going to happen.
I know for the concept,
even though we don't understand.
I know for face to face, I'm like, has Bray Wyatt did a face to face promo while somebody getting beat down?
But
I love the one that when they had the sit down one. At the back. Now that was good.
But Jericho had a spot in the match where he hit the code breaker, and we thought it was WrestleMania. Basically, this whole night was WrestleMania all over again, except during the Brock match because it was done perfectly. But people were kicking out finishes left and right that night, and it was just retarded. Stephanie McMahon faced Brie Bella in the next match.
And this was my match of the
and whoever I know Triple H had a great trainer, but whoever trained Brie did a great job because they actually had a good match, and Brie didn't screw up. Brie did not make it terrible.
You were about Brie screwing up. I was like, Stephanie had been in the ring in a while last time. She really
didn't do much. Coming into the match, Stephanie was the one you had to look out for.
No, I knew Stephanie was going to be okay because I knew they were going to train. They said they were training. I knew she had the perfect partner.
Yeah, but
we all know
Bella's
who it
actually
is.
a wrestler. Whether you think her skills or not.
Are we going to air quote that? Because
if you call her that.
I trust Brie Bella in the ring more than Stephanie.
Well,
Brie is damn good right now. She's not great, but for a diva, she's good.
Like I said, the little bit Triple H.
Compared to what? Compared to AJ and Paige, she still sucks.
How much biasness are you speaking with here? Just to get our record?
I'm gonna tell you one thing. If you look at a Brie match recently compared to an AJ match or a Paige match, Brie done just as much as they have. They just done unique moves.
They
just done unique moves. That don't mean they just because Brie does the simple shit don't mean she sucks.
I like Stephanie's offense because she did what women's wrestlers, what Charlotte did in NXT, chain wrestling, and that's how women's wrestling progress now.
But again, the pace of that match was so good. Like it had to be slow.
Obviously,
Stephanie might have missed, but I said the pace of that match obviously was slow because Stephanie doesn't have that kind of experience.
Well, and
it had to be slow anyway.
Yeah, it had to. But then
I said this about the ending though. Unless you about to say it yourself.
Yeah, I was about to say what happened at the end. Bree, Nikki turned on Brie by slapping her, and Stephanie pinned. Yeah, stupid. Because we're gonna see one of the worst Divas feuds since.
But that's not why it's stupid.
Well, yeah, that's one of the reasons.
It's stupid because they are actual sisters.
That too.
And because you kind of saw it from a mile away.
A mile away.
And they got a fucking TV show that they keep promoting every week that these two are the stars of together.
Those implants gave her bad ideas.
This is why I didn't think what happened. I didn't think WWE was that dumb, but I guess they were trying to swerve us.
The funniest thing that happened during that match was Triple H pulled the ref out and he was gone for 5 minutes.
Man, my thing about the end of the match was this. Nikki came out there and it just looked so painfully obvious that she was going to turn on Brie.
Because he can't act.
Mama Bear looked good in what she was wearing, and clearly Triple H must have had that left over for China.
Yeah.
I think that when she walked out, like she looked like China, don't she? And of course, China did have some words for it.
I bet you Triple H was like, you're keeping that one, right? And and every once in a while, do you mind wearing that? I wear my WrestleMania outfit.
Role playing the McMahon LaBeouf's house meeting.
I just like how she came out there. She was all cocky, throwing up the 4 horsewomen.
Oh yeah, she
She did that in front of
Ronda Rousey. She walked out, she threw up the 4. Like what?
Yeah, I was like, why she threw up 4? I didn't know at the time. Roman Reigns versus Randy Orton, that was a good match too.
That was a damn good.
Yeah,
match.
well, even though it started off slow a little bit.
Boy, that Roman Reigns, boy, they got a flaw with him. If they supposed to push this man to be next main event, they got a flaw with him.
Man, fuck
What
the
is it?
fans.
Expand on that.
Dang, man, Randy, if Randy Orton look better than the person you supposed to be pushing, that's a problem.
Yeah.
Because Randy Orton has been horrible for how long?
Well, not horrible.
Not horrible, but he just like his matches are boring.
Because he's
That
methodical.
match was not a boring match.
Yeah, because
He wasn't methodical that match. He was actually on the attack.
yeah.
And Roman Reigns looked garbage in that match until the end.
Yeah, I mean, but still, that RKO though, like
Yeah,
once again, WrestleMania Part 2, RKO. One of the highlights of the match was Roman Reigns tried to do a high ass spear and got caught with RKO and he kicked out of
Hey,
two.
you missing one of the greatest spot though.
What?
When he went, what was it? Superman punched the spear and he got that turned into a power slam.
Yeah, that
And
was
Michael
fine.
Cole
Yeah,
actually
it was
called
a spear.
it.
It was a spear. Yeah, Cole called it a power slam. I forgot about that.
once in his life.
Yeah, for one, it wasn't a scoop slam. But but Orton tried to go for the punt, and he tripped up. Then he got a Superman punch, I believe. And then after like some exchange, he got speared.
No, after the punt.
After the punt.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you're right. After the punt, he tripped his leg, and then he
And then
ran
he
off the
bounced
ropes
off
and
the
speared.
rope.
Yeah, and then that hard ass spear. But it was a good match too. I liked it.
Roman Reigns needs a finisher. The spears, I like the spear and all, but it should be like a setup move or something.
But-
because let me say that, then you can make a point. I don't like him having the Superman punch and the spear. Every time he goes to the corner, he hits the Superman punch, and he goes back to the corner, and then he goes running to the spear.
I was gonna go your point. I was gonna say that he needs either a move between it, or the Superman punch needs to be his comeback move, or it needs to be like the first move is 5 moves of doom, or something like that.
Yeah,
or
I
like
like
I said, space out. If you're gonna keep the spear and Superman punch, because those 2 moves are over as fuck. He ain't getting rid of them anytime soon. He needs to space them out a little bit better instead of Superman punch and then back to the corner for the spear and like give him another move or something like that.
Oh yeah, like have him hit the Superman punch out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like how AJ Styles always hit the Pele, you never see it coming.
Yeah.
We should never see the Superman punch coming.
Yeah, I get that.
And
like I said, that can be his comeback move.
like I said earlier, one of our new ideas was try to expound upon what the match was and what we think could happen after that. I really can't tell you what this is.
I'll say this.
I don't
I'll say
know.
this about the match. So Randy this time wasn't rest hold Randy
Yeah, he
for
wasn't.
most of the match.
So
He did after the superplex, but you can't blame him.
Yeah. So I really can't tell you where to go after this match. Like, cause
I
next
know.
night Roman Reigns is in a 6-man.
Unfortunately, I know where it's going
Next night Roman Reigns is in a 6-man tag match. So don't even ask me. I
I
don't know.
fast forward through
I
this
guess I'm gonna guess Randy's going to go on somewhere else.
No, I was gonna say I think I know where this is gonna go. Next, it's gonna be Roman Reigns versus Triple H.
I would actually like to see that.
But
shit. Honestly, I don't think that's gonna happen.
But with
I
the
think
way,
it's gonna happen.
with the way the dirt sheets are talking, they're saying that Brock could or may not have the title of WrestleMania 31, and Roman Reigns may or may not be the one to face him and beat him for it.
I think they gotta say that because it's so obvious that that's gonna happen.
Yeah, but
Depends on the goat in the room.
Yeah.
Will D-Bry be ready by then?
Hell no, he ain't gonna be ready till next summer.
Damn.
I think he'll be back.
he'll be
then.
back before WrestleMania. I'm
And
calling
He'll
he'll
it.
be
be
back-
pushing it because that's a damn neck injury. You gotta be careful of that shit. Don't
I agree with
fuck Kurt Angle crazy ass.
I'm
You gotta
gonna
be
say
careful of
about
that shit.
what he said. He said he was out 3 months after the first surgery, and then he got to go have surgery again. He'll be out another 3 months after that one.
Yeah, Peyton Manning.
That's what he said.
But going what
Ooh.
Goham said earlier about Roman Reigns, yeah, if they're gonna push him to hell, that match did kind of expose a couple of his weaknesses. Like he hasn't really had a good long singles match. Every other time, like, you know, all his longer matches been with a Shield, and you know, when you're working with 3 guys, you can split the work up 3 ways. And if you go back and rewatch all the Shield matches, Roman Reigns pretty much was more or less the hot tag,
Yeah, the hot
where
tag.
he just comes in and just goes ham on everybody.
I'll say he probably has to. They probably give him the Cena problem. They give him a limited moveset.
Or the other Cena problem is shoving them down their throats to where people that even originally liked him starting to hate him.
Well,
You sticking with Randy Orton, you pretty much prevent that problem because people seem to care more about Ambrose Rollins feud than that one.
I read that after that RKO, there were some boos smashed throughout the crowd if he kicked out. So maybe they already are turning on Roman Reigns.
You know what? I think that was booze because that should have been the finish to the damn match.
Yeah,
Because you don't do that type of thing until I'll kick out.
Especially when he just beat Sheamus with that same, almost the same exact weight. Only Sheamus came from a bigger height.
but
I think the other thing is that
I think the other reason why.
the other reason I think they're starting to boo Reigns is because, people can tell when, who's the next golden boy, and people are like starting to feel, wait, Reigns is the next golden boy. It's obvious they're anointing him the golden one. Fuck him. And I think that's probably some people's attitude with Reigns. If they're not careful, that's going to happen.
Since he doesn't
That's
have.
the IWC.
I know that.
Because he's gonna get there. They're gonna boo him and be talking about, I don't want him there like Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan said he's about to be next season. No, motherfucker, you want him there in the first goddamn place. Shut the fuck up. The same thing about to happen to him.
Well,
Oh no, Roman Reigns, yes, please become champion. As soon as he gets close, like, oh man, I don't want him to be like Cena. Fuck. That's why I said earlier. Fuck the fans.
speaking of Cena, he got his ass tossed around for 16 minutes, I believe, and
you mean 16 times?
16 times in 16 minutes, and he got knees, punches, elbows. The only offense he got in was a flurry of punches here, a flurry of punches there, an attitude adjustment, and an STF, which he finally did correctly.
Tying that son of a bitch
And
Tighten that son of a bitch up.
And nobody's summary was more exciting than that match itself. Then I popped some alcohol.
And Brock Lesnar, he threw him around 16 times. And at one point, he suplexed him 4 times consecutively, twice, which is nowhere near the record. 16, which is nowhere near the record 9. So he has to break that. He has 9 in a row done by Bacon.
I'm watching that match the whole time. Like, really, this whole match is where, as AYT said, this match was where WWE should have said, "Fuck the fans," but they can't do it. The guy pushed the monster,
See,
and they booked the match where Cena basically the whole match was just served on the IWC platter. The only thing they did was stick an apple in his mouth for the match.
and a fork too.
Yeah, and a fork. I mean, oh yeah, might get a knife and carve it up. But
Might as well get a knife too.
I mean, his first off it was an FU. Attitude adjustment. With Brock kicked out. And I'll give Brock props for this. He sat up and did the whole Undertaker thing.
Yeah.
Oh, that shit was
I
hilarious.
love that one.
That just,
funny.
to me, that was just him saying, "Oh, you're in for a long
And
ride."
then Brock got up and did his whole little bouncing around type thing.
Yeah.
And then Vince Cena locked him in STF.
Yeah,
And
he
then
rolled
locked
out.
it. He actually locked it in.
And he rolled out and punched him.
when I first watched this match the first time, we couldn't hear the commentary. I went back and watched this match again, and if you listen to the commentary, the whole match makes perfect sense. Look at how the beginning of the match started. They went brawling, Cena came out, he got L5. Right there told you, when Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman both laughed, they basically saying, man, this is whenever we want it. They basically whenever we want it. Then Brock Lesnar goes to beat the shit out of the match, and he kept telling the referee, check him. He kept pinning the man like, he kept giving a nonchalant pin like, I'm giving you all the time in the world, and just stay your ass down. Cena never give up. Of course he kept getting up. And Brock Lesnar, suplex, referee check him. Now of course Cena never gets up, right? So what Brock Lesnar does, he suplex him, referee check him.
And he still didn't give
And he
up.
did get up. And then when Brock Lesnar took his eye off the ball, Cena hit him with the FU. I mean, whatever the fuck he call his move now, AA. Brock kicks out, and then like he does that Undertaker thing. He gets up and he starts laughing because look, I done took your best shot. You got no chance against me. So Brock Lesnar go back to beating his ass. He's arguing with the referee. That's when Cena trips him up and put him in the whatever the fuck his finisher is.
SCF, yeah.
Brock counters that with ease. Start beating the shit out of him. F5,
F5.
new champion.
Yeah, and all that was clean. By the way, here's a stat on that. I don't know if it's true, but just off of memory, that's only the 4th time John Cena has lost clean in the last 7 years. The 4th time.
I will say this. That match was so comically one-sided, it stopped being funny after a minute. But then when Cena AA'd Lesnar, and then Lesnar just sat right back up, it started being funny again.
But
I was laughing. I loved this match because Cena couldn't do shit. You ain't never seen this shit before. Y'all, like, people always argue about, oh, WWE need to do something different. Well, they chose the wrong time to try and do something different because they need to renew. And they should have known the fans wasn't going to take this a certain way. But I look at it, I'm like, man, this
I thought all the Cena haters would have loved this
the
match.
Cena haters hated that shit.
Lesnar fans love that shit. I know I love that shit. I'm a fucking Lesnar fan. Watching him, you don't ever see them give him time to methodically one side whoop their ass.
Exactly.
He whoops their ass and pins them within the next 5 minutes. No, he said, you got 10 minutes. How long the match last? 16 minutes. You got 16 minutes of pain time. And you're not going to be done till I say you
It was
are.
like watching a cat play with a wounded mouse.
First of all, this match, I like Brock Lesnar. Even though some folks think I hate him because I say it's bullshit, they got the street, but that's another story. That's more WWE. But that match got boring to watch. This whole match was just basically, Cena just said, okay, pre-match, Brock, yeah, whoop my ass. They want to see my ass whoop. They did it. It got to the point that it just painfully, I was like, yes, you never seen it before, but it's just so overdone. It's like, it's just clearly that Cena's not going to do anything but get probably get 1 or 2 spots in the entire match. The rest of the match is Brock Lesnar just beating the living hell out of Cena.
The match wasn't really boring to me. It was okay.
It wasn't boring.
It was boring because it became so predictable 2 minutes in that Cena's just going to do absolutely nothing but just basically put Brock over as this huge beast.
Good Nightwork said that too. So
I respect both of y'all rights to say it was boring. I respect both of y'all right. But like I said, Lesnar fans enjoyed every minute of it.
I would have enjoyed it if the match actually looked good. The problem is, it was just painfully obvious. This match is just a beat.
I'm going to tell you the only problem I had with the match. Actually, I had 2 problems. John Cena didn't get no offense, and the only reason I wanted John Cena to get offense is because of the promos he cut.
Yeah.
Now, the one problem was obvious, the German suplex. Bro, you got more moves than that. Now, if he was delivering those like that beating but doing different moves, I would have had no problem with it. But like I said, that was my only problem. As a match in whole, I loved it. It tells a story.
Did you remember
that? Only story told to me is WWE writers, I'm gonna have fun watching y'all figure out how to get the top of this man while bullshit. He wasn't talking about Cena never giving up. He should have ended that match by putting Cena in the Brock lock or the Kimura lock. Make Cena give up or pass out.
That wasn't the point. How they fixed it up, that wasn't the point of the match. The point of the match is just to show you he will beat your ass. That's the whole point.
Your job was to break Cena. You want to beat Cena. He can't escape this beating. Escape the beat. Blood, urine, and vomit. You do not destroy Cena. You not destroy John Cena.
I understand.
You put Cena in the middle of that ring in the Brock lock or the Kimura and make Cena tap out.
I understand.
Brock Lesnar made Cena give up.
But Goham has brought up countless times. I've seen it over the countless. That whole time, both sides are saying Cena and Lesnar and Heyman. He's just gonna beat your ass. They didn't say how. They didn't say, oh, he's gonna make him break or give up. No, they were just saying he was gonna get the beating of his life, and he was gonna keep getting that beating. So we said, that's all they were saying.
You made Cena tap. You deliver that beating and leave that man in the ring. Make that man tap. You broke John Cena. You broke John Cena. Hustle, Lord, and respect. Never give up. John Cena in the middle of the ring, tap it out to Brock Lesnar.
Go ahead.
Never gonna have John Cena tap out.
Thank you.
Get rid of that logic right now. I don't care if it would have made sense. I don't care if it would have made sense. John Cena ain't never turning heel. John Cena ain't never tapping out. Let's get that out of our heads.
Because remember, for them to set up 9 champions, they got to have a face. He's the only face available. You make him tap out and make him break, then you got nobody. You just got this man with the title with nobody to go challenge him.
Is John Cena gonna beat Brock Lesnar while making it look like complete bullshit?
Because
give me that one.
Because we've seen him go like Jesus. He's just gonna whoop some. He's gonna turn from Super Cena to mad, beat your ass Cena, and he's about to beat everybody.
He said it in the earlier promo. He said it in the earlier promo. I think what I want from Cena, I'm gonna get at Night of Champions. I think because I wanted this at SummerSlam because he said it. I think I'm gonna get it at Night of Champions because now he ain't got a fucking choice. He don't have a choice, but whatever Cena says he's gonna do to beat Brock Lesnar, He got no choice to do because Brock Lesnar just beat the shit out of this man. No contest.
All right, we're going to Raw right now. They start off with Stephanie coming out there to Daniel Bryan's music.
Fuck that.
And the crowd went wild until they saw who it was, and all they saw was a bunch of silicone. All they saw was a bunch of silicone bouncing, and that's when they started cheering.
Yeah,
and then she got
stuff too.
and then she went in the ring and started talking, and she was making a lot of sense. And then when Nikki came out, I changed. I changed the channel, and I'm
what
glad
did
I
she
did.
say that made a lot of
She
sense?
said some shit about how it always been about Brie,
Yeah.
and she basically held it down the whole life.
Yeah.
Brie came out there. I'm so
like, why?
like why did you do this? You ruined our family. I could forgive you. And that's when Nikki snapped. Like she was like, you can forgive me? And she slapped the shit out of that bitch. Left a mark on her face.
Man, fuck
And
that.
she was
And then
crying.
she went back crying. That's all that segment was. It wasn't even worth talking
And
about.
then after that, they had Big Show and Mark Henry. They faced the other
World's
Wyatt.
largest tag team.
They faced the other parts of the Wyatt family, and they actually had a good match. It was fast paced for four big dudes. For Big Show, Big Show actually looked good. He could move.
Big Show
You know my complaint about that match?
What?
I seen it on SmackDown.
I know I did it, so it was my
Or
first time
like
seeing it.
Oreo extra
Hey,
stuff.
you know what? I don't watch
White
SmackDown now. I just
My-
happened to have recorded it.
My complaint about that match has nothing to do with the people in it. It has everything to do with y'all gonna drop that stable. Gonna set it up, not have them on TV for 2 weeks. Drop that stable with no explanation. Just to put Mark Henry and the Big Show together.
Stupid ass team.
But anyway, the
Keep
Miz
going, 'cause you know I'm damn right.
the Miz and Dolph Ziggler had another match, a rematch for the title, and his leg actually got
Did you
worked.
see the beginning?
What?
The promo before that.
Yeah, I saw the promo.
That I'm starting to like that Miz because his delusional. He's just,
Nah, I
just
agree with y'all.
delusional as hell.
I think Miz might actually start making me like him.
Because he came into the
I
promo.
I like the character. I just hate Miz.
I don't know exactly what he said, but Dolph and Nation just talking. Miz just shows up with his sunglasses on, looking up like he has no idea what's going on, and just start talking about something. By the towel, he is all that joking. He just leaves. Nation Dolph Ziggler just looks at each other like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy?
Man,
Well,
fuck
you missed
Yeah,
what he said before.
the Miz
He's
was like, I'm A-list, and Dolph Ziggler was like, you're more like an A-hole.
Oh yeah.
But then they had a match after that, and Dolph Ziggler won by countout because he was out there.
You mean Miz one by count?
Miz won by countout because they were out there fighting, and Dolph Ziggler was still selling his injury from the night before.
Dolph did
Yeah.
that. Did that on purpose. He
And-
didn't lose that title.
Hashtag JBL.
And JBL said he did no work. That shit
But
cracked me
the
up.
funny thing about the Miz and his figure four, you see how the way the Miz did the figure four, you roll it over, it's not reverse it.
I know, but Dolph Ziggler, man, that
No,
yoga,
no.
dog.
Dolph can get on his stomach for
Yeah,
still,
no.
and the Miz don't even have to move. Now, Dolph Ziggler can't get out the figure four, but I'm pretty sure somebody who actually don't do yoga can probably turn that bitch. I mean, I bet the Dolph be turning like, why ain't going nowhere?
That sounds like Dolph need to do some leg workouts.
But
Then.
But then the Miz tried to bring him back in the ring and beat him down and hit him with the zigzag and hopped off, and JBL was still shouting more conspiracies. That was so-
Hey, Dolph Ziggler could have got back in that ring. I just swear you get on the apron, the ref stops counting. So Dolph did get on the apron, then he did a little hot shot at Miz.
Yeah.
The Miz tried to get him back in the ring.
Yeah,
I could swear Dolph got on the apron, dropped the Miz, and he went back outside.
I think they still count for that. I think.
I'm
But
not 100% sure, but still.
they don't ever reset it on the game.
It's confusing because
Because one person be in the ring, then you roll him in the ring, then you get on the apron, he'll still be counting. Then if they knock you down, he'll still keep counting.
that's the case. Okay, yeah, he should have got counted, but it just confused me.
Yeah.
I like thought normally they do that. It's a count. Still the count stops.
Yeah.
So, what the match after that? Oh, the Jack Swagger came out there and lost to Cesaro.
I think
I think that was
Dallas.
it. Yeah, he lost to Cesaro, further killing his push, and JBL was disappointed. I was disappointed.
Jack Swagger spoke for the first time in 2 years.
Yeah.
What's up when you say we the people?
He let down.
You had Zeb talking.
He let down 318 real Americans.
318
million
Americans.
real Americans.
And I was one of those real Americans.
Then he was selling his rib injury well.
Yeah.
Then he loses. Then he sit there huffing and puffing. Bo Dallas comes to the round, I'm like, oh my god, here comes verbal shovel. Then they look at you look pathetic. You let down 318 million Americans.
Yeah, he was like 318.
He's like, you lost your manager.
318 million real Americans you let down. You lost Zeb. But you know what? You can overcome this.
You can get it all back.
You can get it all back if you just believe.
I disagree with Bo. Even if you do both.
Yeah, JBL said JBL said he can't get it back even if he does believe.
But after one time, believe it just won't work.
You can only believe so much.
Bo Dallas delivered the verbal shovel.
And then they had the title presentation. And Paul Heyman delivered a 10-minute promo of greatness.
Oh, you say
like,
okay.
I mean, it was great. Like after that promo, Lesnar shouldn't have to say nothing.
Let me say one thing.
Yeah,
before the promo started, we had them taking a picture together. You know how funny that looked with just years ago? Definitely were beating the shit out of Paul Heyman. Triple H and Brock Lesnar was in steel cages and shit. All of a sudden, they hugging each other.
Hey,
holding up the new world title.
You got to put on social media.
That's for business.
Hey, that was best for business.
And you know you got to put on. And you know you got debuted the new belt so everybody can show it on social media.
That WWE amnesia, right?
It was already on social
Even though the belt didn't
it.
get changed much, they just
So
took.
it was a one belt.
Hey, they blinged it out though.
They just took that new world title, put the WWE logo on, and put two new plates.
And they took the champion off.
Yeah, that's all.
Which I thought was done. That was the only gold on the front.
And then they put diamonds for the W's.
Yeah.
I still say it should have been a gold background behind the W. Like I don't like that black because I know it just. I know when you look at it, you can see nothing but the W. But still, like, what's happened to gold belts these days?
Budget cuts.
Man.
I mean, shoot, look how much it costs to make another belt. I know they already, mad as hell. They got to make another WWE.
Well, they put one together because Brock said he was not going to carry around two belts.
Well, they were going to put one together anyway.
But Heyman delivered.
That was just their week. That was their excuse.
Heyman delivered a rare promo where he put over his opponent, his client's opponent, and his client in the same thing. It's a rare ground there. And they had some great highlights to that. He was like, the new Brock motto is eat, sleep, conquer, suplex, repeat, 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 suplex, repeat. Because it was funny. And then he said, Brock Lesnar, like, I'd like to introduce you your new WWE World Heavyweight Champion, Brock Lesnar.
And then Brock said, do it again.
Yeah, bro. I like
how you think that.
Do that again. Brock Lesnar.
That's why I believe, like you said, Brock probably a cool guy behind the scenes, but I said before, like, it's his lack of actual talking and stuff, like, that dude is either really shy or really introverted, because he doesn't do a lot of talking.
Well, when you don't like people, you really don't have to talk.
But also,
you're talking to yourself all the time.
That or when you're that big, people just gonna walk and make an assumption and not say anything to you anyway.
Like, because if Brock Lesnar come up with me and look at me, I'll be like, "What's up, bro?" And I'll keep walking. I ain't finna conversate with that man.
But it's like UFC fighters, they usually promote themselves. Dana White usually promoted almost all Brock's fights. He just sat there next to him and just looked.
That and he doesn't, like, if you hear him talk, he doesn't sound like the most intimidating motherfucker on the planet.
I don't know, you that size, you don't have to.
Well, I know that.
He doesn't have the WWE, he doesn't have the right voice for it like WWE, but I mean, like UFC things, Dana White usually talk for him and stuff like that. Just like, they're like, I just know they're pretty interesting.
And you know, Vince's hatred of any people who sound remotely country, because he does sound like a farm boy from, you know, Minnesota.
He's from Minnesota.
I know that, but I'm just saying, like, but you know how, you know, Vince McMahon has that weird little bias against people who sound remotely country.
Well, Vince has
so look at Jack Swagger.
Yeah.
He gets away because he's supposed to be the real American.
I'm the all-American,
They didn't know they were going to use Zeb like that when they brought him in.
But I mean, this show was straight from the Teddy Long Classics archive. 3 tag matches.
Had to make up for SummerSlam not having one.
Hey, but when you talking about Brock Lesnar promo, this is why I wish Diac was back in here for this part, but I was gonna say this, and then it's like, okay, well, now this is completely on the WWE writers, and the reason why I say him in here, cause I don't need an asterisk for this. Cause one I gotta say is, man, fuck Brock Lesnar, and the asterisk is the character Brock Lesnar, which is 95% WWE, 5% Brock Lesnar, and the 5% Brock Lesnar I have no problem with because you signed them contracts because they work for you. So in other words, I have no problem. But WWE, like, y'all built this man up so huge. Y'all gotta do something with this elephant in the room, especially if y'all gonna get the titles off of him.
Okay, now, dog, you said before that they waited 2 days before WrestleMania to give Brock Lesnar the win.
But they did get it.
It was Undertaker's. They didn't plan that. That was 2 days before it happened. So Vince made up his mind that Brock Lesnar should beat the Undertaker because the Undertaker probably ain't got no more.
Yeah, that's the 95%
right.
WWE. Now.
Okay, once that happened, they was fucked.
Yeah, that's the problem.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm not disagreeing with you at all.
But remember, at the end of the day, that was Taker's decision.
Because you know what? Brock could not only had one place he could go from there, and that was the championship. He couldn't feud with nobody else for no reason.
Would that be a step down?
Yeah, he had no choice but to go after the title, and they had no choice but to put it on him because he ended the Undertaker streak. So they was put in a hole because of something that Vince decided to do 2 days before WrestleMania. If Undertaker wins that match, man, we ain't even talking about this. We ain't even talking about this match.
Your point, the Undertaker, but at the same time, Vince the one who decided, like, looking at the Undertaker condition, maybe you should end it here. And seeing the picture Undertaker posted of him with some fans over the weekend, I can understand how, boy, the Undertaker looks old and tired.
Oh, yeah, he's done.
Same as Roman Reigns and somebody else, and then it was Rob Baxter and Orton.
RVD,
that's it, yeah.
Okay, I didn't see the match, but tell me this
it was a good match.
Did Reigns beat Orton in this match?
No,
he didn't.
RVD got the pin. He got the pin after it. Yeah, I was surprised.
Orton was outside the ring, someone did the end of the match brutal.
Yeah, and let me see. He pinned Ryback. No,
Axel.
Axel. He pinned Axel after 5 stars.
Ryback was over as
That's why I was saying earlier when I was talking about where would they go in Roman Reigns, I really couldn't tell you. That's why. I don't know where they're going to go.
Roman Reigns hit his spot, and I think Curtis Axel took him out the ring.
Yeah, and then
I think Sheamus bro kicked him. He bro kicked Ryback. Randy Orton's outside the ring brooding.
Yeah, they had some finishers exchange. That's how Randy got out the ring because they had the whole finisher.
I'm glad I did fast forward that match. It don't make no fucking sense. The teams don't even make sense.
Okay, I think it went like this. Sheamus kicked Ryback out the ring.
Yeah.
Randy Orton RKO'd Sheamus after that, I believe.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how Randy Orton ended up out the ring.
I think Reigns hit him with a Superman punch. I think he got out the ring, and then
then how did Roman Reigns get the ring?
Curtis Axel just tossed him through the second rope.
Okay.
Then I think RVD hit Curtis with that kick to the face.
He hit him with and then hit him with the 5 star.
Yeah.
Then it ended.
Yeah. And they did a celebration after that. And then we had the Paige Natalya match. Natalya had a nice change of gear, which I was glad to see.
Yeah, that was a nice change of gear.
And of course they did the stupidest finish in WWE history. Music plays, roll
up.
Oh, yeah. Oh god.
AJ just skipping merrily around the ring and Paige the whole time holding Natalya by the hair while watching her. Yeah. And Natalya rolled her up.
And then there's some HLA going. AJ was talking about, I love you, AJ, so I have to come in there and congratulate
with
you.
Everything.
And with everything. And Paige dipped. She dipped.
Paige, that was she hauled ass quick as possible.
Because she probably knew what that translated to, and what we were wanting.
And I don't know.
Maybe it was. I
mean,
Paige kissed her at Summerslam. AJ come back the next night saying she loved her. So maybe that kiss worked. And Paige was like, whoa, we just friends now. Don't go that far.
When crazy chicks say they love you, that usually put a knife somewhere.
That's CM Punk. You married to her now.
But
Trish and Mickey James.
I don't know. I mean, I've seen weird stuff. I mean,
Okay.
Jericho had a promo which was okay. Bray Wyatt did an okay promo, and then
great promo.
Fast forward.
Yeah, he
Like,
just
that's-
talked
I
about
don't like
himself.
that feud.
He just talked about himself. And
And
Chris
it went 2
Jericho,
months, it went nowhere. I don't care.
Chris Jericho mentioned how he said he was dead
Yeah,
inside.
he built up on
I think
Jericho said
that
about
I
it.
did see that.
And he
My bad.
said that crab walk thing was the creepiest thing he'd ever seen.
Yeah, I think Jericho. I didn't pay
Oh.
attention to Bray Wyatt.
Bray Wyatt just
Which is
basically
weird. That's the one I should have watched.
He basically spinning what Jericho said about him being dead inside all that stuff.
But then,
Okay. I don't know
we
what
can.
it
Then
is.
now I can fast forward. Beginning of the third hour, because now I don't think anything really important happened between then. Beginning of the third hour, the Mark Henry
Mark Henry
Rusev thing started, and that was too funny.
Oh my goodness, he came in there.
He was like, "Oh,
You do it because you do the Mark Henry thing better.
because he was like, he said something. He was like, "Hey, Lana, you better tell your boy to back up." And he was like, and you now translate to him what he thinks. I mean by boy.
Then Lana said something to Mark Henry,
Yeah.
and Mark Henry said, "I'm talking to him." And Lana had that expression on her face, like, and Lana looking Mark Henry up and down like, I fucking. She was like, "I ain't never heard a man yell that at me."
She shut up for the rest of the promo.
The rest of the promo.
And then she looked at Rusev just laying there because that's the first time it's been done.
Yeah.
Wait, before that though, when Rusev started, like he started hitting on Mark Henry, he ran back. Mark Henry caught on World Strongest Slam, and he'll get ready to do the splash. And Mark Henry looked at Lana like,
He's like,
move,
"Please
bitch."
Yeah, it's like, move it along, bitch.
Lana face
And then he
turn.
splashed it.
And then she just walked to the side
Hey,
and like, I can't
Lana
fight.
face turn coming right up.
And that's your film. That's the first time they actually showed Rusev actually in pain though.
Yeah.
He was laying there actually in pain.
But guess what? They gotta make Mark Henry look strong. So when he face Rusev
Ain't hard to make Mark
and
Henry look
Rusev
strong.
destroy him, it'll make Rusev look even stronger.
The only problem
I'm
with Mark
telling you,
Henry,
they lining these people up for
the
Rusev.
only problem is Mark Henry face. So eventually, Mark Henry's going to lose this feud, which is BS. So I get that they're going to push Rusev out of there.
I mean, you can't do much more with Mark Henry. He's 40 something.
But
Because I'm not sure what else you're going to do.
Goham, what do you always say when you see Rusev?
He ain't crushing Mark Henry.
He ain't
crush
crushing
Black.
Mark-
He
he
gonna
ain't-
crush Mark Henry.
He's
Mark
gonna,
Henry is another victim.
No, he'll
he's gonna,
beat Mark
he's gonna
Henry.
beat him. He's not
He ain't
going
gonna
to crush
crush
like
him.
Jack Swagger.
Don't be shocked to see Mark Henry crush.
Now,
That's
I
all
would
I'm
like to
saying.
see, I would love to see him actually use the accolade on Mark Henry, and it doesn't look retarded.
But I missed something in the
Can he
early.
been that way?
Yeah, I think he's been in the Camel Clutch before. But I forgot something earlier in the show. Seth Rollins asked Triple H how the hell
I
can they
can't believe we forgot
how
about
can they
that.
eliminate Dean Ambrose?
Oh, yeah,
and
I
then they
voted.
had the vote thing.
No,
Wait,
the beginning part when Seth Rollins was doing the promo with Renee Young.
But let me get to that one. I love that one. Seth Rollins doing the whole promo, and Dean.
Yeah.
Dean Ambrose's
Dean Ambrose-
expression, man, was so
Wait,
funny.
Dean Ambrose threw a bucket of ice
ice
water on him,
water.
and Dean Ambrose just looked at. They put the camera down. He just had that funny expression. It's, like, it's for charity.
He's like, what? It's
What?
a charity.
It's for charity.
And then he hit him with the bucket.
He hit him right in the nose.
That was the best ice bucket It's for charity.
Oh, Miss Dean.
Yeah, but most people got to volunteer for that.
And then he said, then they went to discuss how they could take him out. Then they had the 3 match stipulations, which was no DQ and no holds barred, same damn match. And then
Now,
falls
think about
count
the result.
anywhere.
Think about the result. It was 41% for false count anywhere, which I kind of seen that coming.
Yeah, me too.
It was 34% for no holds barred.
And
So
21 I think
why would you not want false count anywhere?
Yeah, I
all
know.
3 combined.
the problem was like no whole. I was like, wait a minute, no whole bars and no DQ, the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, except no holds barred typically means you're guaranteed more violence. Because remember, most WWE no DQ matches lately have been like even like you
But-
get like a kendo stick on a chair.
I said it's
Which
No
one we
holds
got in
barred
this match?
guarantees you some more
I
violence.
said it's
Actually, we got a lot of chairs.
I
I
said
was
it's
happy
about
about that.
60% of the way.
I'm talking about usual.
I think about 60% of the way through the match. Like, why didn't you say no DQ? Because y'all are not fighting. Y'all did one little spot outside the ring, and then y'all were back in the ring almost the entire match. And
But-
y'all kept coming back to like, what's the point of falls count anywhere if you ain't going anywhere in the arena?
And then they had one part where Dean Ambrose could have just beat Seth Rollins in the crowd. He threw him back into the basically into ringside. And I'm like, why are you throwing him back?
Yeah,
you
we
got him
might as
by
well.
himself in the crowd. He threw him back toward Kane.
Yeah, we might as well skip towards the main event because that shit was
But
amazing.
you feel about the end of that match though. Dean Ambrose and Seth.
I'm talking about, but man, that powerbomb spot, dog, when he had all the chairs and he counted that sunset flip. I mean, he sunset flipped and held him, and then he ran and did the sitting powerbomb on the chair.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that was so good.
That match was awesome. I wish I would have seen that Summerslam, but what do I know?
Hey,
Man, I don't know you, but I was chanting CZ Dub, CZ Dub.
they gave 2 A+ matches in 2 nights in a row.
I agree.
But
with
man, that jump was so funny. And then Kane came out there, which is like I said later on when they have their Hell in a Cell match. Kane needs to be a part of it. He needs to be taken out because he's had it too good for too long, like Canada. So you need to. But he helped out, and then Dean Ambrose, he was putting up a good fight against both of them, and he was wilding out on Kane and shit. And then
I think the best way they could do this, and Dean gonna be gone hopefully just a month since the WWE film. At Night of Champions, Dean stopped Seth from cashing in on hopefully it won't be Brock Lesnar unless John Cena beat the hell out of Brock Lesnar so bad that Seth feel like he want to try him. And Dean stops it. This sets up the Hell in the Cell match. Because that's the next pay-per-view. Yeah. Put him in the cell. Let him finish it up.
Yeah, that's where it needs to end. But
yeah, that's where it does need to end. Because it got to end.
I don't know. I think next time we see Dean Ambrose probably gonna be the Raw after Night of Champions.
And Ambrose chunked.
Either way,
Ambrose chunked Rollins over the announce table, and it was about to.
No, it was Kane. He chucked over there.
Oh, yeah. Then he was about to give Rollins the dirty deeds on the table.
And Kane stood back.
And choked him on the table, which didn't break.
Again, it didn't break.
This time it makes sense why it didn't break.
The table said, "I ain't breaking no more."
Are you sure that's not the Japanese announce table?
Don't call it the
American announce table.
That's the Japanese one.
And then
Japanese tables don't break.
Then he got curb stomp on the table. It didn't break again. So then he was like, you know what? Screw this. We got to end this. So he had Kane throw whatever that was covering those blocks. He tossed it. He put them on the cinder blocks. And Seth Rollins got a sort of a running start. Leap. And boom!
This is what I want to know. So the ring bell table always sit on cinder block?
No.
So why was they there?
Because they called Edge up the night before and said, what did you hit Benoit head with?
That's a good ass question. So in other words, Seth Rollins and Kane did playing this in the beginning.
Right, I think this has been planned.
My problem is that was a bad play because Seth Rollins almost lost multiple times before
awesome,
this.
That was the most awesome way to blow up this feud off for now while he goes to record. It was
win or lose, he's probably going to get curb stomped anyway.
I was just about to say that. Like, I guess either way, Seth Rollins losing that. Corporate Kane coming out there to whoop Dean Ambrose ass, and they still gonna curb stuff.
It was the most gruesome, one of the most gruesome ways to end it, and it was for now. It was the best way to end it.
I ain't that mad about Dean not winning now, cause I guess when Dean have him alone inside Hell in the Cell, Dean should get his victory then. It don't hurt Seth to lose. He got Money in the Bank. He can lose for till the next Money in the Bank. And he still can become champ.
Yeah, but that's not good to
go ham. There's a problem.
Man, Dolph Ziggler lost the whole time he had Money in the Bank. So did the Miz. I can keep going with this.
Hey, go ham. There's another problem though.
What?
How Seth Rollins been winning? He looks like Madness right now.
Yeah.
That's a problem. Every time he loses, every time he about to lose, Corporate Kane saves his ass.
Hey, except when he faced RVD, he beats him clean every time.
That was Real Wrestling episode 24. Y'all add this shit. Peace.